Welcome everyone to the Watchlist, your virtual weekly TV guide right here on the Latin Nerds Network, ready to go over all the shows, films, documentaries released on streaming over the past week, give you our best recommendations or non-recommendations as the case may be, and of course letting you know what's coming out next week so you too can create your very own watch list. Joining us as always is Senor Jaime, aka Chewy. What it is, what it was, what it shall be.
What it shall be is Commanders on prime time.
Prime
The
time. Now
NFL
that's
has spoken, and they say Commanders is much watched TV. Amen.
Jaden Daniels will be on streaming many a times, at least on TV.
My keeper for
Uh,
the next 10 years. Thank
yeah,
you
there
very
you go.
much.
There you go. The wise decision. It's a wise decision. It's also a wise decision if you're joining us first time or not. Subscribe here every Sunday. We'll let you know what should be coming out, what's good to watch on TV, because there's always something to watch. I don't care what anybody says. There's always something to watch. Even this week, Chewy. So let's start with that. We got a little documentary. We're gonna begin with here. We got the American
No,
Man.
no in memoriam. No, let the talk about the end of Andor. Anything else?
Was that in memoriam?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, then the answer is no. No show passed that we had
Okay.
Suits last week. And Andor did finish. Good finish. I think it was as good as the prior episodes right before that. Leading up to that last three episodes.
I think so. I mean, and
A little
actually,
anticlimactic to some degree.
the what?
A little anticlimactic.
Well, I mean, because we know
It was still good. It was still
this
good, but
literally took us right up to this could have been a prologue for Rogue One, essentially.
well, that's what it was. I mean, that's what it is. That is what the show was. It's a prequel, and you get
Yes.
what you get with these kind of shows. Listen, it was
Yeah.
well made. I enjoyed it. It's very good. Definitely better by the best TV show Star Wars has done.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Technically
mean, like I
speaking,
said,
right?
give us four snippets, four moments in this 4 year arc, right?
Yeah.
That kind of told the story. I think they well. I mean, it touched a lot of things. Seeing characters, people that we knew were going to die, but to seeing them, in the fashion, right, which was impactful. Probably the most heart wrenching thing at the end was I guess the closing scene where you know,
Oh,
unbeknownst
right.
to him,
Yeah. Yeah.
with Bix and his son, which now explains why she left, and this makes watching Rogue Rock even much more tragic because he did all that without even knowing that he had a kid around. But I mean, but he probably would he make the same decision? I don't know, maybe, you know. But it was a sacrifice for a better life,
I
right?
think it
At
would have
some
been
point.
interesting to have that conversation on the show,
Yes, I think
right?
so. Yes.
But yeah, a little more drama to it. Maybe he still decides to do what he does, hoping he's gonna come back, and there you go, he didn't come back, right? So that tragic element still would have been there, I thought. But
Yeah.
it's well done. It's very good. I don't mind them doing these more adult types of shows every so often, not all the time. Star Wars is just Star Wars. I talked about that. It should be a family friendly thing. That's what it's built on. But every so often, throw out something a little more adult. I'm all for it. Why not? For sure. But it definitely was really good. It's really good. No doubt. It was
Oh
an
yeah,
excellent show. Yeah,
absolutely,
it's just not
absolutely.
as great as I thought. I heard it was going to. What people thought it was.
Well, I mean,
For me
I
anyway.
think I saw someone post that this plus Rogue One was greater than Game of Thrones. I'm like, wait, slow your roll, dude.
No, let's not. Calm down.
Slow
Listen,
your
I know
roll.
Game of Thrones ended bad. Let's just
Yeah.
call it what it is.
Everybody's days about Gilmore back
But
to finish.
yeah, I mean, it's two different shows. It's hard to compare one and the other. Even if you throw in the movie, it's not. It's not the same at all.
No,
It's
no,
not.
no. I actually rewatched the movie
Let's not get
last
it
night.
twisted. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted to. I just didn't get. I'm actually I might do it today just to kind of, close off that,
yeah. To close off the loop. Yeah.
timeline story or whatever the case is. So we'll do that. But that said, let's go on to this week's stuff. Chew. We have a documentary, one that was eluding us, much like Osama Bin Laden did for many years. And of course, it's supposed to have released months ago. It didn't. We finally got it. Of course, the American Manhunt. Of course, Bin Laden. Of course, is chronicling the events leading to his eventual. I said capture is not the right word. Of death. After we years of planning and finding and talking to other people behind the scenes as far as what they had to do to capture him and et cetera, et cetera. Chew, your thoughts on this one?
Um, I mean, it's very dry. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's very, very dry. I mean, they throw in some very interesting tidbits on some of the decisions and who took lead and who did what, and it's what some of the presidents said and did and wanted to do. But overall, I mean, it was very, very dry. So it made it a hard watch for me. No,
No, yeah, I agree with that. It's not bad.
no.
It's informative. It's it's recent, so obviously kind of going through and getting behind the scenes that we didn't have before was interesting. But yeah, it is not an easy watch. It kind of crawls along, unfortunately. This could have been done a little bit more, better editing, a little bit faster pace. So it was fine. If you're a true history buff and all that, that's probably the only people I can actually recommend this to at the end of the day.
Yeah.
There's probably other stuff, documentaries on this subject that are probably more entertaining, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so.
Next up, we stay on Netflix, and that's Bad Thoughts. Comedian Tom Segura, I guess is his show, 6 episode, kind of a almost like a sketch comedy kind of thing. Little short stories, very dark subjects, and very outlandish, say least. This shit was dog shit, dude, and I'm insulting dog shit. I really am. So I apologize to anybody who is supporting dog shit out there. It's not my intention, but this is bad. It was just not good, and I hated this show. Hated it. Saw a couple. Listen, it's very it's I say adolescent. Well, it's kind of adolescent humor at times. Almost to a degree too much. It goes too far. It's just and ultimately it's just not funny, man. It just I don't get it. I don't understand it. I didn't like it. It's trash. Chewy, that's as far as I'm gonna say about this. Your thoughts, Chewy?
That's all you can say. I mean,
Yeah.
it's it's just bad. It's just terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not even crass. It's like it's just so
Yeah,
weird
I
and
don't mind the crass. I don't bring it on. Just make it funny, right? Seth Rogen has done a lot of crass and he does it well.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's crass, but not in a good way. I mean,
Right.
just
It's over the
the
top at
yeah
times.
the
Yeah.
shitting on himself, the
Ridiculous.
alien. I mean, it was like it was just like I don't know what boundary he's trying to push, but I was like, I can't watch this garbage. I don't got time for this, man. This is
Yeah.
not. I'm not
It,
laughing. It's more cringe than anything
yeah.
else. It's like, ew. It's like,
It
no, man.
just I agree 100%.
No.
I got okay reviews on
How
people
did
that it got that
anyone
much.
greenlight this shit? I mean,
But Netflix just they throw spaghetti, and I'm sure there's an audience for this. I'm sure people may like it. Comedy is subjective, and I understand that.
well,
It obviously didn't work for you, and it clearly didn't work for me. it's
no,
just
I
it's
did
not.
not.
So
Yeah.
I
So.
stay. I just it's not for you. If no, you want a little more highbrow stuff. This isn't it. This is just nah. It
Dude,
didn't
you
work.
want lowbrow stuff? This isn't it, dude.
Well, right, you fair enough. Any brow, mid brow, low, whatever. It's not it. It's just not good. It's just this show. It's just garbage. It's total trash. Next one, Snakes and Ladders. Sticking with Netflix is a Mexican show. About I guess a woman who stands by morality and ethics. She's not a teacher per se, but she's one of the superintendents. I'm gonna try to translate that word right. What she does in school, but she's got aspirations to be the headmaster of a particular
Kind of,
school.
kind of like a compliance officer, right?
Yeah, kind of right.
Yeah.
Yeah, working for the school, and then she kind of aligns herself. There's a couple of feuding parents, so the kids got into a fight, and she sides with them and kind of puts her ethics to the side. This is not a ethical guy. She lines up to help. She can help her gain that position of headmaster, while the other parents are going against her. Drew, your thoughts on this one?
Okay. Um, I mean, it's better than bad thoughts, but I mean, that's not saying a whole lot.
Anything's better than
Um,
bad thoughts. It really
yeah,
is.
like I said, I mean, if you get Mexican humor, then yes, because this follows that same formula, right? But it doesn't translate for American audiences very well because it's a different kind of humor, right? And so it's not like it's a bad show. I mean, I've seen some other ones that are much better as far as making me laugh and I get the humor. This one it's just teetering on okay to C
Yeah,
minus.
for me it was boring. Like I stopped caring after 3 episodes. I'm like I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't. It didn't get gauge my interest. She's not likable. No one's
Yeah.
likable in this show. So
Yeah.
again, what I said, you gotta like someone in the show. That is why you're following it, right? It is what it is, and it just didn't work. It's not a failure. It's just in bad thoughts. Agreed, but it's not very
No,
good.
yeah, Mad Dog,
Uh,
that's a
yeah,
beyond failure. That's
yeah.
just
That's
terrible.
this
Yeah.
is this show's like light years above. But there's other stuff to watch than either one of these two shows. It's just to be
Yeah.
honest about that. So not worth the time as far as I'm concerned. Next one here, Love, Death and Robots, anthology animated show on Netflix. I think it's its damn, fifth season. I don't know, fifth, sixth season, whatever it is.
Fourth season,
Fourth
fourth.
season. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, a bunch of the animated shows, different styles and animations, all centering more of, futuristic, post-apocalyptic, more, a sci-fi related stories than anything else. I've enjoyed it. The previous three seasons. The anthology, so there's a lot of hit and miss. Something good, some great animations, usually spot on. Some amazing animation, some of this, right? Various kinds. This one here is kind of the same for me. Some stuff really worked. It off to a weird start because the first episode I'm watching and the animation is kind of drawn. It's a concert of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, right? And it
Oh
starts
yeah,
off
kind of
that
like
way,
like a little puppet
kind of like a little
marionettes.
marinade thing. Yes, designed like a marinade. And I'm like, oh, okay. And where's this going? And it's just really just a concert of a song. I'm like,
Yeah,
it was weird. I'm like,
it's a music video.
right. It was weird. I'm like, where's the story? It was awkward. I'm like, oh, but and then it kind of gets better because that little a kind of miniature kind of animation
Oh,
style with the
that
aliens.
tiny town. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
funny.
tiny. Yeah, tiny. Yeah, that was a fun one. There's some really good episodes. One with the cat. I thought was incredibly clever. Um, and they're really short, like 5 minutes, 15 minutes. So you can in an hour you can probably watch all 10 episodes
Yeah,
if even.
yeah.
But it's fun. It's entertaining. Animation is really cool. Some of the animation is photorealistic. It's crazy how good this looks sometimes. Um, but I enjoyed it. It's not great, but it's a solid show. And again, really quick episodes. If you're into animation, definitely give it a whirl. Actually,
No, I haven't finished it, but I've enjoyed some more than others.
of course. Yeah.
But like I said, 10 minutes is about the average length of these. And so it gets to a point real quick, and it's just some of them there's no point, but whatever.
Right. Like I said, someone like okay, whatever. Someone like oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, someone can be funny, but like I said, it's a mix. But again, animations, different styles. Usually, that part of it really works. It's
Mhm.
really cool
Yeah,
animation. So that if you enjoy that for sure.
yeah.
Next up, let's go to HBO Max here. Now it's being called HBO Max again.
I know, dude. Back to HBO
See,
Max.
pick a lane
And
here, HBO
pretty
man.
soon, I
Figure this
say in a
out.
couple of years, it's going back to HBO. Period.
That's what I'm saying. HBO and HBO on the go, and HBO Go and this, and now it's just HBO. Now it's Max only. Now it's back to HBO Max. Dude, come on, guys. I
It's
mean,
going back.
whatever.
It's going back to HBO, dude.
It's
You wait
it's,
and see.
it's ridiculous. Whatever, neither here nor there. But you got a new Thursday show, of course. I think Hacks ended. So I need to see the last one. Hacks, very good show, of course, on the
No, it didn't
comedy.
end yet. There's still one more. One more.
Well, it dropped the last two episodes
Are you
this week.
sure?
Yeah, positive. It dropped 7 and 8, guaranteed. Yeah, I saw it, and I thought it was just one. I was like, oh, and I noticed
No,
it.
I saw both of them,
I
but then
said,
I looked it up and I was like, no, there's still one more episode next week.
is there one more? Okay, then I
Yes,
take it
yes,
back. Oh, I thought
you're
that was
wrong.
done.
For yeah, for whatever reason, I'm not sure why they dropped two episodes. I thought that was weird,
Oh, that's
but
only
it's not the
that's
finale.
what I thought. I was
Yeah,
like, okay, 2 or 8 episodes. Usually that's the run that has. Okay,
yeah.
well then, fair enough. Okay, well then there you go. That said, Duster is the replacement, of course, as far as the Thursday night lineup. This one is interesting. It takes place in the 70s,
Oh yeah,
right?
because
Oh,
they should have previewed, so that's why I don't think
oh, did
you
they?
stuck around for the preview
Oh,
for the
well, like I
next
said,
episode.
I didn't see the eighth one yet, so
Yes,
I wasn't. I just
yes.
assumed because my bad. Okay, but anyway, so Duster, yeah, takes place in the 70s, more or less. Where we had a young woman who, of course, is an FBI. She's a new FBI recruit. She's trying to get placed somewhere, but they're not placing her because his face is in this early 70s. She's a woman. It's not good, and she's black. It's even worse, right? She's got double negative on her, so she gets no respect from anybody. So they kind of ship her off to somewhere in Arizona, while she's going to investigate, I guess, a crime boss there.
Mhm.
And she's attempting to recruit, I guess, one of his runners. I guess this guy who
Or his
trusts Dustin,
driver or something. Yeah,
a driver,
it's
or whatever he
yeah.
is, and there he goes. It's really dropping one episode here. You two, your thoughts on this one?
This was when I saw the previews, I was thinking it had a black exploitation feel for these 70 movies, right?
That's the
Shaft
yeah,
and
that's the
Jackie
vibe I got too.
Brown
Yeah,
type of. I was like, okay, whatever. I'll watch it. HBO, fine, whatever. And then I saw, I was like, wait, this is nothing like it. This is legitimately kind of like cop procedural thriller type show where she's trying to turn state's evidence against them, get something on them. And so this was very interesting. It was very good, man. I liked it. It was not what I expected at all.
100% agree. This is really good. Surprised. Actually, I wasn't sure what to expect, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, I like her. I like even him. He's not like
Mhm.
the worst guy ever, right? This I forgot his name, but the show's called Duster, but that's not his name.
No, that's
Uh,
that's the name of the car. Or
it's the car, right? The type of vehicle he
the
drives or
make of
whatever.
the car. It was
Right,
a
exactly. Yeah.
70s muscle
Kind of
car, I
muscle
think.
muscle car.
Yes.
Exactly. Very cool back in the day.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's kind of caught in between, maybe considering her offer, and he's pushed towards it because of something that happened with his brother in the past. But
Yes,
it's good. It's
yes,
well made. It's a police procedure. It just takes place in the
yeah.
'70s, right? That's essentially what it is. But it's well done. I actually really enjoyed this show. This episode, I
Hmm.
was like, oh wow, this is actually much better than I thought it was going to be. To be
Oh
honest with
yeah,
you,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. I think
yeah,
this was not what I was expecting at all.
correct, yeah.
And then I got this. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, it's pretty set in the '70s, right? With using the FBI, right? The crime boss, go. And so and this is, I think, it's a J.J. Abrams production.
He produced it or something. Yeah,
Okay,
for what that's worth. I mean, which means it
yeah.
may end really badly because that's kind of his mo. But
Well, he's movie catch up, right? I mean,
he is. He gets off. He really can launch a franchise. You just can't finish it. It's
yeah. So
always been
so
his
good
thing, right?
start. That's yeah.
So we see Lost. The Star Wars, of course. He can launch a franchise. Aliens,
Star Trek
well,
or
Star
the
Trek. He
reboot of Star
launched. Yeah,
Trek.
he
Yeah.
launched very well. But yeah, but listen, it's good. It's a good show. The Thursday nights again, dropping one episode. So I think I'll assume be 8 or 10. I don't know, maybe 6 maybe. Next up, go back to Netflix. We got Rotten Legacy. This was a Spanish show. Because Spain it gives us some of the better foreign stuff is Spain, right? Let's make that clear. This one here, we got a older man who's I guess have taken 2 years. He's recovering from cancer, throat cancer, I believe it was, and he left his company. He has like a publishing company, newspaper, and other outlets, media outlets. Leaves it up to his kids, and he returns back and knows that his kids are kind of running into the ground, doing a lot of stuff, fraud, etc., etc. So now he's trying to regain the power back and get his kids from under the company. True, your thoughts on this 8 episode run here?
No, so I enjoy these Spanish dramas, right? More often than not. They're very well made, good storytelling, well written, well acted. Obviously, there's probably one of the international markets that does very well, especially on Netflix, right? Where it comes to
Sure.
movies and shows, as compared to some of the German ones or some of the French ones are some are very hit or miss, right? But Spanish ones are more hit than anything else. And you can take Casa Papel and some of the other ones that have just been
There's been a lot,
international
yeah, for sure.
phenomenon, right? For without a doubt. So I think this is obviously it's not up to that level, but it's still very good, very interesting. Um, and it's kept me, like I said, you got to have someone that you care about, right? Someone you root for or you root against. And I think we have that. And like I said, is it a completely original story? No, it's very hard to make original TV, but I mean, you follow the formula. And I think this hits on those notes too. Okay, yes, I'm engaged. I like the characters, and I want to keep watching more.
Yeah, it's a
Or at
good
least
genre.
finish it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is a Succession esque. I
Yes,
mean, not
yes.
quite to that level. Let's not
Succession
get
light,
excited.
right? I mean,
Light, yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Like or light, either one works. I look it's well done. The main guys, I've seen him in a few Spanish stuff. He's actually a pretty good actor. Yeah, it's well done. Well, this kind of part family drama, part obviously there's a lot of there's a lot of political shenanigans afoot here, and it's dealing with that and the corruption, of course, going on in the government tied to the newspaper and all that. So there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of heavy lifting. It's doing it well. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it. I think I'm 4 in. I think
Okay.
3 or 4 in. It's good, solid genre for sure.
Yeah.
Last one, Apple Plus. Apple Plus has been on the high note, man. They've been hitting home runs, and we got new one here, Murderbot, 30-minute episodes, dropping 2. This one here, of course, takes place in the future. We have this, I guess, a time where, we have these robots who kind of help protect the safety of workers or whatever the case is, and there's these protocols in place so they're not unable to harm humans or think for themselves or whatever. And the particular robot, who finds a way to kind of disable that protocol. Now he can free thinker, he can do what he wants. But of course, he doesn't want to get caught because he'll get melted down or whatever. So he gets joined up with a group of scientists and some faraway planet or whatever the case is doing, and he's trying to prevent them from knowing what he really is at the same time. This is actually, I didn't know it was going to be this kind of a comedy. To be honest, I thought it was more science fiction. This is science fiction, but it's kind of comedic.
Mm-hmm.
He's very sarcastic. He doesn't like humans that much, or he says a lot of things that are kind of funny. This one, unique, man. I'm enjoying it. I don't think it hits like high notes. Maybe not yet. It's not a home run yet. Maybe it is, but so far I'm liking it. It's cool. I like the idea of this robot who is likable. He's trying to fit in at the same time he's not, and he's trying to really push himself to enjoy what he's doing, while he's hiding out and biding his time, I guess. And these some of the scientists are suspicious of him or whatever because of the way he acts. But I'm enjoying it. It's funny. I'm laughing. He makes some funny comments in there. It's got some cool sci-fi stuff to it, giant monsters and lasers and all that cool shit. I like that.
Mhm.
So I'm in it, man. I'm in it. Apple keeps doing it, doing what they do best, man. It's quality work. It is what it is, Chewy.
Yeah, yeah. So this meant more to be comedy than
Yeah,
sci-fi, but very satirical.
of course.
Yeah, the main character. Uh, I don't know which Skarsgård this one is. One of the Skarsgård
It's
family.
Bill, Alex. There's three. It's one of the Skarsgårds. Whatever.
Yeah, they're all over the place, man.
All good.
Um,
All good.
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And so his deadpan acting of being a robot, but as you interlace that with his inner thoughts, right, and his emotions come out in his thoughts, not in his facial reactions or physical actions, right? It's all mental. But yeah, because he is trying to hide that he's
I don't know if self-aware is the
independent,
right
I guess,
word or
or
independent.
autonomous. I
Yeah,
guess. I mean, he's
maybe
robot,
that's
but
it.
he's
Yeah,
not following. I mean, he's
yeah,
still following his protocol as far as protecting him, right? Because
yeah,
he still doesn't want to see him come harm, but at the same time, he's not wanting to show that he is a free thinking being, because then automatically they get destroyed, right? He just won't die. uh, but very very interesting concept. I mean, this is Apple tends to kind of push the boundary a little
yeah.
bit with some of these shows.
They
Some
take
of it
chances.
doesn't
Yeah,
work,
sure.
but I think this one has the right balance of, okay, yes, sci-fi, but comedy, but interesting premise of who the main character is.
Yeah, and I think this one works in the ways that American Cheese, for example, did not.
Yes, yes,
Right?
absolutely.
Doing something different. And I appreciate different. I really do. But you got to execute at the end of the day. And I think this one executes very well and knows what it is and it does
Hmm.
it well, right? It's, like I said,
Yeah,
it's not hilarious and it's in the studio, but it's funny and with the sci-fi elements to it. And you can still there's some deep and darker going on there, which I'm sure they're going to explore as they continue. I would assume, particularly with the robot's past. It seems like,
yeah. There's
yeah,
something missing where he's been wiped before, so something happened,
of
and
course,
then
that'll
we
come to
we get a
light at some
big
point. Yeah.
cliffhanger at the end of this episode 2
Oh yeah.
with the other base, and because obviously there was another
Oh
base.
yes,
They have
yes.
their own autonomous being, robot,
Yeah.
whatever. Something happened.
Sentient.
Um, yeah, we don't know what's happened, but something's going on, and so like that, different things playing to try to help you uncover, okay, what's going on with him and what's going on with the other people around him. So.
Yeah, absolutely. An original show, which I appreciate, done well. So yeah, Apple, again, Apple's hitting, man. It really is. For your friends and neighbors, I thought it was getting better and better as the show proceeds.
Hmm. Hmm.
Another good show. I think it's ending next week. If I'm not
Yes, that's
mistaken.
correct.
We'll talk about that next week. But yeah, like Apple's in. Yeah, dude, that it's right below Netflix as far as I'm concerned, and in some ways better than Netflix in terms of quality per capita, right? Just
Yeah.
for the limited shows they release, they usually hit a lot more than they do. They really do. So kudos to them. Good show. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So that's it for this week. So there's plenty to go around. Next week, not a big week. I forgot to talk about Untold this week, but whatever. It is what it is. Of course, is another one coming out with the Brett Favre situation. His story, of course, and the
Yeah.
controversy behind him.
Untold. Yeah.
Untold, right, comes out on the third episode on the 20th. A very good series on Netflix. If
Third
you're
and last
a
episode
sports
of
fan.
this run. Yeah, it was only 3 episodes in this
Oh, this is the
mini.
last one. Oh, okay. That was
Yeah.
another one. Okay.
Usually it's
So,
2 to 4 of the show. This
okay.
this mini season is only 3 episodes. It's the
Okay.
last one.
So we get that. On the same day, we got on Prime, we got Motorheads. It's kind of a group of individuals who like street racing, whatever the case is, something along those lines. So like maybe it's a Fast Furious light, maybe. Or I guess what Fast and Furious started off being, right,
Yeah,
originally.
exactly.
That it became the force that it is. So that comes on the 20th. On the 22nd, we got Netflix limited series Sirens. Great cast, Kevin Bacon, Julianne Moore. We got Millie Alcock, who's called Supergirl, coming up. It's an interesting show as well. And then we got two more. We got Fear Street, two films. Fear Street on Netflix on the 23rd.
Mhm.
Prom Queen. I'm a big fan of the Film Street trilogy that released a couple years back. Surprisingly old school kind of
Very good slasher.
a
Yeah, old school
slasher, I think it's
slasher. Yeah.
slasher film, kind of series film, whatever you want to call it. So this one looks interesting. And then of course we got Fountain of Youth. This is a
Mhm.
we said last week, kind of Indiana Jones meets Uncharted meets National Treasure kind of vibe show. John Krasinski playing the main character. His sister is played by Natalie Portman, so good cast, and they're off trying to find the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah,
So there you
exactly.
go. And the adventure begins apparently. So I'm not sure about this one. To be honest with you, I can't make this. I saw a trailer. I'm like, I don't know. This looks like this could be very weak.
All right.
It
Let's see.
does. It can go either way, but I like the cast. So that comes out on the 23rd. So
Yeah.
as always, we'll come back. We'll talk about these and all the shows and what's coming out next couple weeks. Every Sunday, of course. Join us. Hit the notification. Subscribe if you're new. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.